Good morning and welcome to my channel. This is Karen from Vintage Elegance Inspiration. Today I'm sharing with you a completed project that was commissioned for me to create a custom blue Christmas vintage journal. And I am just so thrilled and pleased with how this turned out for my special friend. And she chose to be more involved with the whole process and choose several of the elements, and she chose the kits in the very beginning when we first connected, and I absolutely fell in love with them. They are just beautiful. I can't remember exactly who they are by right now, so I will definitely link it or list it in the description box below if you're interested. They are blue and gray and cream and white. Those were the colors that she wanted. So what we have here is a beautiful, beautiful royal blue velvet cover. And I used a bit of the lace package that was coordinated with it by Sheila Gingerich from Bohodaydreams. And that's where we started with. So what I have created on the front of the journal is a topper, and I learned how to do this by watching Cindy Ruff from My Altered Muse a couple of years ago. And you just take a separate piece of cardstock and just layer it up with lace and all your prettiness, and then you can either permanently adhere an image on the front or do as I did and just create a little tuck spot. And this is in here very secure. I don't need any clips or anything. It will hold it. But it is also removable, and she can tuck whatever she wants inside. A picture of a special person. It's pretty even all on its own, and she can add to it if she wants more embellishing. She also requested no vintage buttons on the spine, and she wants to do her own spine dangle, and that's wonderful. Good for her. So we've got a 2.5-inch spine, and I believe it is 5.5 inches across. I left a little bit more room for the lace to peek out from the sides. Tied with this beautiful French blue sari silk closure. So let's go inside. It's 2 signatures and lots and lots and lots of beautiful laces cascading down the side. Some bead dangles peeking through, and embellishments along the way. So here we go. Inside covers are using some artisan paper, and I chose a script font. These beautiful textiles on the inside. Front and back covers are by Sheila from one of her textile bundles as well. Just the perfect color for this project. I've done some envelopes. This one has the sand paste, texture paste by Sam Pool. This one is called Delicate Blue, and it doesn't show up too much on a darker background, but I wanted to include it anyhow just for the texture of it. And I've got a special card tucked inside for the recipient. So this is the first signature, and we have got a lot of custom dyed blue laces in the French blue color that I have received from Suzy. I've custom ordered them from her, and you've probably seen them before if you've watched my other videos. Just goes with this digital kit so perfectly. Making sure I'm all in frame. Could come over it a little bit this way. Alrighty. I love this one. Just beautiful. And then I also used Stamperia's Winter Tales paper collection because it just goes with this digital kit so beautifully. The first little bit here, I focused on some pine cones and mistletoe on the next page. So what I used was Tim Holtz wallpaper, and I used vintage lace, layered it up with some embossed paper in the parchment blue, images from another mega kit that I purchased myself. And then I've got some of the blue sand texture paste on there, as well as I die cut and blinged up a bunch of these little tiny blue chrysanthemums and put some Swarovski crystals inside. And the dies and the stamps from those are heartfelt creations, which I've had for a long time. I did some stenciling with the sky blue and some script stamping to give it an aged effect. Here I've got lightly stamped the words Winter Tales, and that's her opening page. This one is more focused on the mistletoe because of the title of the song. Here we've got an envelope that I have attached some little pine cone dangles to, and inside the envelope she's just got some more writing space. I chose to have the envelopes opening from the top just so that they would straddle the pages differently, and chose these images of little girls for on these two pages. This particular one, I've got a flap on it with a little snowflake stamp there. And I've got these ribbons threaded through the paper edged bottom of the pages here and in several places. This is a tag that I've made out of French book page, French grammar, I believe it was. And I love the way that the pages have yellowed. It's just beautiful. Did some of the texture paste, some of the glitter eyelash trim, some vintage trim, some gold cheesecloth, gold threaded cheesecloth that I have, this kind of stuff. And then the topper I used was my fibers and some more eyelash trim. And she can still write on the back. Beautiful image on this side of the page and some lovely, lovely lace. Here we've got some of Sheila's beautiful royal blue dyed lace from the bundle that I purchased from her. Tiny little tag made out of Edith Holden book page and a little angel, crystal angel charm dangling from a bulb pin. This tag is made with the Stamperia paper, some beautiful vintage or antique lace. I love the big scallops on there. And I just stitched them down on the side and then just used the Fabri-Tac glue for the rest of it. Some of the embossed parchment paper that I use, one of the beautiful blue poinsettias with a Swarovski crystal, and some of the blue sand paste done in snowflake, stenciling and stamping. Here we've got a tiny little tuck space using one of the images from the kit that she chose. And here we've got beautiful fringe peeking out from the side and the bottom of the page. One of Nicki's gorgeous custom dyed blue appliques. She is Raviolee Dreams on Etsy if you're looking for something like that. She does all kinds of colors. Here I've stamped the words Just Believe, and that's from the stamping set from Stamperia Winter Tales. Just a journaling card here tucked in. And this particular image Lorna didn't really care for, and I said we'll just camouflage it and tuck it in somewhere. And I stamped on the bottom, Believe in the Magic of Christmas. So that just goes here for some extra journaling space. I also alternated the Blue Christmas kit with pages from Lorna Taylor's Christmas music songs sheets that I used last year, and I absolutely love them. Her imagery is just beautiful with all the text and everything in here, so I used it again, Lorna. She is TaylorMadeJournals on Etsy if you're looking for her digitals. Some more of the script artisan paper, and then here I've just used one of the song sheets and made it smaller, half the size, and then just made a little booklet and stamped the inside with the words, May the true spirit of Christmas fill your heart with peace, your home with love. And that just sits right in there. Some beautiful blue lace on this side and an image from Winter Tales. Some space for journaling here with the blue parchment paper. Another tiny tag here, snowflake stamped on it. And lots of room for journaling. Some book page from Les Mis. And this is sonnets. Let me see now. Is it Emily Dickinson or Shakespeare? I think it's Shakespeare. Beautiful page here for journaling. One of Nicki's beautiful custom blue dyed appliques. Some beautiful vintage lace in white on the side. She can still tuck something down here if she would like. And one of these die cuts that I've made into a pocket. A page from Edith Holden. And a tiny tag here. Beautiful image on this side of the page. And some more beautiful lace. The word December, that's part of the kit. Stenciling, stamping, music sheet. And here I've got this turned this way because I found that by using my Nouveau Glimmer paste, it made it kind of lumpy. And I didn't want it to leave a permanent indentation in the opposite page. So this product is amazing if you've never tried it. It's a little bit holographic, so it takes on the color of whatever is underneath it, and it's just stunning. This is a must-have for Christmas. It's just amazing. So I stenciled some snowflakes on this side, and it's just scrapbook paper, stamped on the back with the words "Just Believe." Some beautiful vellum with snowflakes on it that I purchased many years ago. And I thought it just was a beautiful prelude to this beautiful snow rabbit page. Here we've got some of Suzy's beautiful lace that I used vertically on the page. Sweet little images from one of the kits that I bought. Some scrapbook paper on the back. I did some of the texture paste and the glimmer paste, and then a blue chrysanthemum stamped with gold embossing ink, and a beautiful Swarovski crystal. I just thought they were so sweet. And then I cut up some of the Point d'Esprit, or the Swiss dot fabric that I got, and made some topper tags for the tags. Here we've got a beautiful page from the kit. And I've just used a snowflake charm, Tim Holtz charm, and a little tiny tag made out of scraps from the Stamperia book page, or paper collection. Gorgeous vintage lace. This might even be antique, I'm not sure. It's not, I guess it's crocheting, but it's a little stretchier. I just love it. I think these came from pillowcases once upon a time. That's my guess, or the edge of a tablecloth. Here I've got one of the images from the kit that I just used as a tuck spot, some stenciling and stamping. And it's just some scrapbook paper that I had with some snowflakes on it. And the text says, "Each snowflake holds a story of what it used to be." And what the recipient of this journal did was she sent me a bunch of pages that she had printed out on fabric. And that was just so sweet of her to do that. I'm just so humbled. First of all, I've never tried it myself. So she said, "I'll send you some." And I was able to use quite a few of them in the book. And I'm just so pleased with it. Of course, now I'm wanting to try it myself. I have purchased images that other people have printed on fabric, but I haven't mastered it yet. So this was fun for me to try something, using something different. And it does look similar to vellum. It's thicker though. It's much thicker. And of course it's textured, so you can feel that. Center of the first signature, we've got these beautiful tags. So what I've done is just layered them up with cheesecloth, the vintage lace, the vintage trim, the sparkly eyelash trim. I've actually got some artisan paper here. This is different artisan paper. It's more like, trying to see if I can grab it. Mulberry paper, if you will. It's actually was used to wrap some of the textiles that I purchased, and I'm just reusing it because I just love it. It's so pretty. And yeah, book page in there as well. I didn't put toppers on there because I didn't feel that it needed them. They were sparkly enough. Of course, this beautiful, gorgeous vintage to antique lace that I've used as a belly band. The dangles from the center of the first signature. I've used several beads and Tim Holtz charms, Let It Snow. And there's a snowflake as well. So, yeah, these cannot be side by side because they've got the, can you see the snow? That will stick to each other. So, got to be careful. If there's lace covering it, it's fine. But if I left them together facing each other, they will stick just because they're textured. Here we've got a beautiful tag made out of some scrapbook paper, some blue artisan paper, vintage trim, sparkly eyelash trim, one of the chrysanthemums with some Swarovski crystal, and the snowflakes coming down here, and of course vintage lace. Just lightly stitched, everything stitched with blue thread. Here I've got a piece of beautiful vintage, blue lace, custom blue lace dyed by Suzy. And I just used a piece of Edith Holden book page, perfect size for this pocket right here, with the word December peeking through. And here we've got a beautiful image of a tree, Christmas tree, and the rabbit and the moon. Some of the vellum complementing journaling card from the Stamperia Winter Tales paper collection. Another ribbon with a sparkly bead in silver. This is some gorgeous lace. I love this piece, and I left this piece shaped this way because I just love the floppiness of it. Tiny little tag made out of paper from this Winter Tales Stamperia paper collection, and a beautiful little sapphire blue dangle. Some more images from the kit and a pocket, and another journaling card from Stamperia Winter Tales. Beautiful blue custom dyed French lace. Here is a tuck spot if she wants to add anything to her pages. Some more book page. Journaling, lined journaling paper, the word winter sentiment here. Blue parchment paper unadorned. Here we've got one of the tiny images of the children, stamped, stenciled, and I've just added some of the tiny tags, stamped the back of them with my collection of Christmas stamps. Here I've added a bulb pin with the charm that says Merry Christmas. Sweet little image here. And then I made an envelope out of some coordinating scrapbook paper, image of a snowflake or a snowman family, and just did the snowflakes out of the glimmer paste here, and another one of her beautiful fabric quotes. I'm just going to snip this off here so that it doesn't get pulled. Yeah, I love the texture of that. It's just amazing. And the artisan paper in the corner here. The Song Away in a Manger. Beautiful vintage handkerchief here. Stamping, stenciling. And here I've used some silver metallic artisan paper. Beautiful crocheted lace here. The snowflakes, the chrysanthemum. It all just says Christmas, and some very delicate point d'esprit used as a tag topper. And we've got a fairly unadorned page here that she can do lots of journaling. She is a journal maker herself, so I think that's why she enjoyed being involved in a lot of the decisions, because she has made beautiful journals herself. Stamping, stenciling, some more beautiful French blue dyed lace, and another journaling card with some vintage lace at the top, the snowflakes, vintage lace, and papers and trims all collaged together with that artisan paper underneath, and a tiny little blue chrysanthemum with a Swarovski crystal in it. I left these ties long so that she can choose to cut them if she wants or leave them. And that's her choice, whatever she would like to do. This tag has gorgeous crocheted lace on it, a big piece. The scallop is very deep. I love it to either hang down from the bottom of a book page or a journal page, or pretty much take up the entire tag, and that's what I did here. I just ruched up some seam binding and left a bit hanging down so I could dangle something, and I chose this sweet little crystal angel And we've got one of the blue chrysanthemums there. Just minor stitching. You know, I didn't sew a whole lot on the tags this time. I just chose to see how it would go without it, because my glue was really sticky this time. So it seemed to be adequate, and I'm sure it will be. It's got to take a bit of a temperature change when this journal crosses the country, but I'm hoping it'll all be okay. Here's another tuck spot for her to hide something under if she'd like. And this tag is covered with beautiful vintage lace, some of the metallic cheesecloth in gold, some gold embossed paper, and a sweet little soft image from one of the kits that I purchased. And I used some iridescent tag toppers here, just some fibers to give it interest. And that's the center of our journal. So you've got the end of signature 1 and the start of signature 2. This image she really liked as well. And she chose the other one from the, where is it now? We put it back in the front. She chose this one to go on the front cover, but they are quite similar. So old world, beautiful, wintry Christmas scenes. That's just so very sweet. Love it. Some beautiful appliqué lace on the side of this page. And I've got another one of her quotes that she sent me. This one says, "Snow falling soundlessly in the middle of the night will always fill my heart with sweet clarity," by Novala Takamoto. Stamping, stenciling, beautiful images from the kit, and some lovely vintage lace here. I've also got one of these quote sticks, and this one says, "Choose to shine." So it's kind of hidden there. She can, you know, move it around if she chooses to. One of Tim Holtz wallpaper tags here, or that papers that I cut into a tag. Added some vintage lace, some ruched up seam binding, one of the blue chrysanthemums with the Swarovski crystal center, some of the texture paste in the glimmer paste, and the color is called Moonstone if you're looking for it. Beautiful blue fibers, and lots of space to write on in the back, all of them. I debated on stamping the back of all the tags, and I thought, you know, this time I think there's so much going on, I don't want to distract from that, so I just left it. I love the stamping and the stenciling. This is some heavier parchment paper that I have embossed. Chose one of the images from Pink Christmas, which is another Stamperia collection. I felt that it really coordinated with this theme and the color that the recipient chose. Sweet little image of this little girl on the song page titled Christmas Eve, stamped in the inside with a little snowflake for some hidden journaling, if she would like. Another ribbon threaded through the top, and a sweet little winter scene stamped on the bottom there. Another booklet with the vellum cover with snowflakes, and just some extra journaling space that she can use. This is the same image as the front cover. I just shrunk it down 50%. I think 50%. Half the size. Maybe that's 100. This little charm here says the word Mary. And on the back side of this page, we have a beautiful handkerchief with some gorgeous tatting around the edges in blue. And Lorna is learning to tat. So she noticed this right away when I showed her a sneak peek of one of the pages. This beautiful tag is made with scrapbook paper, vintage lace, artisan silver metallic paper, so it's textured and it looks embossed, but it's not. It's just very, very textured. Some vintage trim in the blue, and a blue chrysanthemum stamped in gold embossing ink, a Swarovski crystal, and some of this beautiful snow falling texture glimmer paste. So what I did was I made my own stencils. In case you're wondering how I got that effect, I just took some clear acrylic paper, I guess you call it, and punched a million holes in it in the shape that I wanted. You can see how well it's used. And then that way I knew to glide my palette knife in the direction that I wanted the snow to show up. I didn't want just straight lines. So that was my little personal technique. I did that a couple of years ago, and I just keep reusing the stencil that I got for free. So try it yourself. If you can't find what you want out on the market, try using acrylic paper or acetate, whatever, and just your paper punches. I used it for bunny rabbits when I was doing a Beatrix Potter Peter Rabbit journal. There were no Peter Rabbit stencils, so I just made my own with a row of little bunnies that I had paper punched out, and with a punch that I had for decades. Beautiful blue custom dyed lace on this side. Another tuck spot with a sweet little vintage image. Song page, the first Noel. Here I've got a gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful vintage doily with some gorgeous embroidery that I've used as a tuck spot. Another one of the birdie images that we're hiding. And I stamped the words "Sweet Time" on here for her. And she can move the ephemera around as she chooses. Journaling spot, the vellum paper that I just thought was so beautiful. Creating a bit of a see-through window for the white snow owl. How beautiful is that? Blue lace side tuck here with stenciling and stamping. An image of a beautiful little vintage girl with some heavy crochet vintage lace, embossed white pearl scrapbooking artisan paper, and then the shimmer glimmer paste. This glimmer paste, texture paste that I've done the snow falling down the side. Just a little journaling card here from the Stamperia Pink Christmas. Pocket is from one of the images from the kit. And here I've made her some dangles, some bead dangles. She can move those anywhere she would like and reuse them elsewhere. The word Carol that comes as part of the digital kit, stamping and stenciling, some music sheet. I love this spread, love it. This is one of the appliques that was custom dyed in French blue by Suzy. Stamped the word magic. I just felt it complemented this beautiful wreath on the right hand side of the page so sweetly. Stenciling and stamping, and more beautiful lace. A little tiny tag made out of the Stamperia Winter Tales paper pad. Clear or a white bead dangle on this side. One of the images from the kit, and a couple of tiny tags that I've just stamped on the back for extra journaling space. For Lorna. Blue parchment paper, book page from Les Miserables, Shakespeare sonnet page, and a beautiful piece of, I don't know if it's Austrian lace, Belgian lace. I don't think it's Irish lace, but it's very, very beautiful and very old. Love it. Another image from the kit that I've used as a top tuck here, and some of the Stamperia Winter Tales paper. Another image from the kit on this side, and a Pink Christmas journaling card. This lace straddles both sides of the page here in the center of the signature. And I've just got some lovely vintage lace as the tag toppers. Love this image. I just think it's so sweet. Again, with the crocheted vintage lace, the embossed paper, the glimmer paste, snowflakes, and just so delicate and so sweet. So she goes in here, and lots of space to journal on the back. This page I actually had left over from a previous project, and I felt that it went perfect here. So when I printed out all the song sheets, the back of this one, I had an odd number, and it was blank. So I just cut this previously tea-dyed and embellished image on this side. I just glued it together and created a pocket. So here we've got, I just used one of the beautiful poems that were in Elizabeth Barrett Browning in my Edith Holden book. This is a smaller size book, which I just absolutely love. And one sweet lady that has watched my videos and seen my posts said that she found one. I guess maybe she ordered it by mistake or was whatever. She reached out to me and asked me if I would like to have it. And I jumped and I said, absolutely. I'm so thrilled that you remembered and thought of me. I'm so humbled, and I'm so blessed. I can hardly wait to have it, because the printing is a little smaller than the regular Edith Holden, and I just think it looks so beautiful. Just stamped with the word Winter Tales there. And that was my little side story of the day. Topped with these beautiful blue and cream fibers. And she can tuck anything that she would like into this when she receives it. It's another ribbon threaded through here with a beautiful bead. Now this one I did turn upside or backwards, because these two, when they hit, it's so textured that it would pull from the other one. So I decided to just turn one of them backwards. And book page, vintage lace, the sparkly eyelash trim, the glimmer paste snowflakes coming down, and a blue chrysanthemum embossed in gold powder, and a beautiful Swarovski crystal. Now this one I'll turn the other way. Very same thing. Just I used the gold metallic cheesecloth instead. Stamping and stenciling here, and these beads. Another Tim Holtz charm, and a little pair of mittens charm, and a beautiful sparkly snowflake on this side. So we'll tuck that here for now. I do use a lot of paper clips to just hold things in place, even though I glue the sides. While I'm showing the journal, I like it to not flop around so much. It's just easier to explain. Beautiful, beautiful journaling card or tag here with the Stamperia Blue Christmas or Winter Tales paper, the pearl white embossed artisan paper that I've ripped and torn, and one of the images that I chose, and the snowflakes in the glimmer paste, topped with some of the Point d'Esprit from Suzy to match with her beautiful blue lace here. And then a tiny tag, and this little charm says, made for an angel. And that's for you, Lorna. Some more of this beautiful snowflake paper that I used one of the images from the kit as a tuck spot here, or a belly band, I guess. And she can do lots of journaling here. There's stamping and stenciling, this gorgeous blue lace on the side, and a journaling card with this very, very old, beautiful eyelet cotton. This was very unique. I was really pleased to find it. A tag made out of the Stamperia paper, vintage lace, the pearl artisan paper, snowflakes falling down, and a blue chrysanthemum stamped and embossed, and added a Swarovski crystal. Some crinkled blue seam binding tops the tag off. Some more book pages here, and I've used the word snow from the kit. Here's some blue parchment paper. I just added one of the images from the kit here. And this is a tag that I used, the rice paper from Winter Tales. So I left it unadorned because I included some of the fussy cut images that I did not use in this journal, and she can add them if she wants to on these tags. I think I'll include another one for her as well. I've got them sitting here somewhere. A tiny tag made out of the same Winter Tales paper collection. I did a ruffle out of some vintage fabric that I purchased. Beautiful image here. And then this page is made out of a pocket of one of the beautiful, beautiful textiles that I got in the lace bundle that came with my velvet, royal blue velvet bundle from Sheila Gingerich from Bohodaydreams. a tiny little booklet here. She can do some extra journaling in. Vintage trim and antique French lace here. This is a stunner. I love this one. Another image that I used as a side tuck here with a tiny tag and some stamping and stenciling. More beautiful vintage lace, crocheted lace on the side. Another pocket from the kit with a journaling card from Winter Tales. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lace here. And a journaling card with some of the crocheted lace and all the other good stuff on there. What I did was I usually make about 20 tags for a 2-signature journal that are very similar, and I just use them as bases, and then I go from there because I already know what size pockets I'm gonna like and approximately how many I need, and then that really helps me get the journal started. Beautiful image here of a white or a silver fox. Gorgeous. I love the way the vellum just obscures them a little bit. Journaling page, lined journaling page. Here we've got some gorgeous antique lace. And I pull this little guy out so you can see it. I put a little angel charm on a bulb pin, and I've got some of the French grammar book page here. Layered it up with some artisan paper, some of the gold metallic cheesecloth, the iridescent eyelash trim, and some pink vintage trim here. And she can journal on the back if it's not too textured for her. And I really just love the little bit of pink here and there to contrast the blue. And I hope she likes it. Beautiful vintage lace trim on the side here. Another beautiful image of a deer. A buck, I guess. And some gorgeous vintage lace. Image from Edith Holden from the December pages. Love it. Just evokes wintertime, doesn't it? And one of the images from the kit over here. This side I've got a double tag with a little pocket in it, just for this tiny little tag here that I've scalloped the edge with a paper punch, added some of the glimmer paste and one of the blue chrysanthemums with a Swarovski crystal, one of Nicki's beautiful custom blue dyed appliques, and that just tucks up here. Tied at the top, the paper clip with some point d'esprit and some blue eyelash trim. And this page has the little silver bead dangling on the side. Here we've got an image that I wasn't sure I was going to use in the journal, but I included it anyhow. The backgrounds on these are quite dark. That's what I found with using this kit. I hadn't used it before, but I love the images. They're just so very sweet. Extra little place for her to tuck something or journal her memories or her thoughts. Vintage white scalloped lace on the side, and we've got a tiny tag with a Christmas tree gold charm on a bulb pin on the side here. Stamping and stenciling, of course. And then this is the last page, and I just tucked in some extra places for her to journal. She can use the fussy cut images and add them wherever she would like. You know, she can glue this down and make an envelope. I just included the snow made out of the glimmer paste and a tiny little journaling card. I just thought they finished off this page very nicely. And the sentiment here, made out of fabric that she sent me, says, "A little magic can take you a long way." And some beautiful French blue lace on the side. Gorgeous image of St. Nicholas here. And my logo, Vintage Elegance Inspiration. On the back side, we've got an envelope where I have included the fussy cut images for her to use if she wants to add them to this journal or use them elsewhere. And that, my friends, is the Blue Christmas journal that I was commissioned to make as a custom order for my new friend Lorna. And it's been a pleasure getting to know her. She's a very fun lady. I truly hope that this is what she was wanting as her very special journal, and I'm very pleased with it. I think she will be too. And I thank you each for watching and supporting my channel, for all your lovely comments and encouragement. It means so much to me. It blows my mind, really. It's just such an honor. I see my little bow has come undone, but that's okay. She can do whatever she would like with these. So that is Blue Christmas. She's going to be going to her new home in the next couple of days. So I hope you have a lovely day and all the best. Take care.